Say hello. Good job. Welcome back to another video. In this one, since I have the new M1 Ultra Mac Studio set up on the new video editing desk that I recently built, I thought it'd be a good idea to teach you how to format hard drives on the Mac operating system. We'll cover all the different options available, and I'll tell you which ones I think you should use for which circumstances, such as if you're using SSDs, hard disk drives, or flash media like USB thumbsticks. And if you like this video and want more like it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to see more videos like this from us in the future. We have over 150 filmmaking tutorials on the channel, so lots for you to learn from. All right, so let's jump in and talk about how to format hard drives on the Mac. All right, so there are several different formats you can choose when formatting your hard drive. And you can also format tons of different types of drives. You could do like SD cards, USB sticks, external SSDs, external drives, internal drives. So the way I'm going to show you is the standard way of formatting drives, and you should do this every time you get a new drive. And I do want to say and give a disclaimer that you need to be careful. This is where you format your drives, which means you could essentially delete a hard drive that you do not want to delete. So be very, very careful on which drives you are selecting. So on the Mac system, you go up to Go and then Utilities, and then we're going to look for the Disk Utility app. We're going to open that up, and then this is going to give you a representation of all the different drives on your system. So right now I have an internal drive that it's 2 terabytes, and I have an external drive that's 4 terabytes. I am of course not going to be formatting any drives today. However, I can show you. So if we click our 4 terabyte drive and go up to Erase, then you can give it a name and then choose the format. So let's walk through all the different formats here. All new drives that come with your Macs will be formatted to APFS. It is the most modern way to format your drives, as it has the best chance of protecting against hard drive failures and corrupted files. However, I found in doing some tests that the speed isn't that much better. So for me, I'm actually a fan of the Mac OS Extended Journaled, which is the original way of formatting drives. So the internal drive was formatted by Apple themselves, so they definitely have used this. I have an external SSD, and for me, this external drive I formatted as Mac OS Extended Journaled. Now you can use case sensitive, but I'm not really a fan of it because I don't need the names of the drives to be case sensitive. So I normally just use the normal journaled one. So I'd recommend to use this one generally. Now, that being said, you can use APFS if you do know that you are working on a non-spinning disk. Do not use this with a spinning disk hard drive, as it's not designed for that. In the tests I've done, I've found that Mac OS Extended actually performs better than APFS. I don't know exactly why. It might be because APFS spends a little more time making sure that the files are going to be a little more safe. But in any case, if you're on a modern non-spinning drive, APFS or Mac OS Extended will be fine. As for the other two options, if you are planning on working on Windows N Mac, then you'd want to go with exFAT, as exFAT can be used on both systems. And that being said, MS-DOS can also be used on both Windows and Mac. However, this has a file limitation of 4 gigs, which is of course not ideal nowadays, especially if you're a video editor. 4 gigs is a pretty small file size, so that will not work. So for SD cards and USB drives, I would stick with exFAT, as it doesn't have the 4 gig file limitation and it still works on both operating systems. So because this is an SSD and it's Mac OS Extended Journal, we'll select that, and then you can go down and click Erase. It'll then wipe the drive, format it, and give it a name based on what you entered here. And it's as simple as that. Now again, be very careful at which drive you select here, because sometimes by default it'll select this, and you might think that your external drive that you just plugged in that you do want to format is selected, when in reality it's your internal or some other drive. So be very, very careful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. We have over 150 other tutorial and how-to videos, so there's lots of stuff for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.